Hello and welcome back to Magical Miniature Mondays with Resin Belle. Today we're going to be creating a growth potion with some of our Miniverse potion ingredients, and then we'll be doing a DIY related to the potions classroom. So stay tuned for that, hit that like button and that subscribe button, and let's get crafty. Alright guys, so today in the potions classroom we're making a growth potion. So I've pulled out all of my green ingredients and we're going to create something to help our mandrakes grow a little faster. So before growth potion and after growth potion. So anyways, I'm gonna grab a little bit of this really nice bright green here because I'm kind of hoping that this potion will glow just a little bit, not a ton. I don't want to add too much because I want to be able to see all of my other ingredients. So I've got my resin in here already. Okay, I think that should be enough. It may not glow, but it'll give a little bit of a green tint. That may not have been enough. Let's add a little bit more. A little bit more. Come on. Don't be stingy. Alright, so now that I've got that in there, I'm going to add a little bit of this wonderful kind of little seedy, bubbly stuff here. Mix that all in. I like it. Alright, so I'm going to put that in my bottle, I think. A little Dollar Tree bottle. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of this in there to get us started. Like that. Get some potion, some essence of growth. I like it. Alright. I'm going to put this in. Alright. I think I'm going to put another one of those little things in. Let's add one of these fun little scully things. Do we want to put it inside or do we want to tie it on the outside? That would be fun. Ooh, to have that one, like this one right here. Not you. This one tied on the outside, that would be fun. Let's do that instead. That way we can see it in all its kind of scully glory. I mean, come on. Okay, so let's put the rest of this in there. At least a little more. I don't think the rest of it will fit. It might. And cure. Alright, here is our finished potion. I love that you can see, it's hard to see because of the reflection of the light, but you can see the little strands of greenery in there. And I just think it looks really cool. So now we need to decorate. I think I'm going to take a piece of this viney stuff here and use it to wrap. Let's see if I can find one that's like nice and long. That one will probably work. All right, I'm going to use it to wrap my bottleneck and add the detail. Alrighty, so I'm going to tie this on. Now, I'm going to have to do it off camera. It's kind of fiddly. Alright guys, check it out. I love that little detail. I think that looks really cool, and it's going to look really cool on the potion shelf. But so when you want to use a growth potion, you could just use the spell Herbivicus, but it's not intended for a plant that is sickly or fragile, because you could harm the plant. So in that case, you would make your growth potion and use that for your plant. All right guys, let's move on to the DIY for this week. I'm so excited. Okay guys, for today's DIY, I figured, you know what, we can't have a potions class without having some kind of a nod to Mad Eye Moody. We've already done our Polyjuice potion from the Miniverse capsules, so I want to make the Mad Eye Moody's Mad Eye to go with it. To have it just kind of laying about the potions classroom, you know, maybe over by the Polyjuice potion. Anyway, so I remembered I had these little eyes with the blue eye, which is fantastic. This is from the Target dollar spot. I don't know if this was this past year or if it was one of the previous years, but usually they have some version of eyes in a bottle. So I'm going to use one of those, and it's pretty close to the right size I need for a rainbow high doll, because they have those really big eyes, and then Mad Eye's eye is even bigger than his regular eye, so this actually kind of works out. So I'm gonna make a Mad Eye. We're mad here today, y'all. So let's get it going. Let's get us a Mad Eye out of this jar, and these are perfect because they're round, and I just think it looks so cool. All right, so we need that. I'm gonna need to be able to create something that I can like basically push this into and then take it out so I can bake it, because I don't want to melt the plastic. I mean, it might be fine, but also it might not. So I want to be careful. So I'm just kind of doing this. I just kind of squished out some polymer clay a little bit. I'm doing this to get an idea of what size I want it to be. After it's baked, I can paint it, and then I can glue the eye in, I think. I may make this in 2 parts. I don't know. Brain is going, trying to think of how I want to do this. Because it kind of comes up, so I might make like, you know, a bottom ring and then a top ring that's a little bit smaller in, so that I can glue them together and seal that in. Because I don't want it to be quite that large. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So you're gonna need some polymer clay, obviously, an eyeball, or you could make an eyeball, you know, just roll some polymer clay out and paint it. It's not that difficult a thing. So you need like half of a sphere. And then like I have this scrap leather I'm gonna use for the strap. You could use any kind of fabric or felt or, you know, paper or whatever you want to use. This is left over from recycling my old leather recliner. So I've had lots of that, so that's what I'm using. All right, so I think I figured out what I'm going to do. I was looking for some cutters, and I have one clay cutter, and then I needed a larger one, so I just used this old flashlight that doesn't work and hollowed out And it actually works pretty good. It works pretty good. I'm just using it to mark my clay. It works pretty good. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take one. Let's see if I have this right. Take that out. Two layers here. All right. Take that one off. All right. That's gonna look cool. I think that's gonna look cool. What do you guys think? Oh my goodness. That upside down so that it can cure flat, hopefully. We'll probably have a little bit of gaps, but I'm gonna go ahead and actually no, I need to add almost forgot what I was doing. I need to add some little details. Rolling up some teeny tiny little walls here, placing it and then pressing it so that it'll flatten a little bit. Some little kind of rivet details, I guess. I'm just using my X-Acto knife to make it a nice Okay, I'm gonna bake that. So that's what it looks like. I've got a little kind of a thingy popping off the top like his. Some little rivet details, and now we're gonna go bake. Hopefully this will work. Trying to keep it circular. Yeah. All right, bake. Okay, so the pieces came out of the oven, and you can see there's a bit of a gap because polymer clay shrinks a little bit. So I'm going to need to trim the inside edge of this top piece, but also right this second. Look, his eye is moving. It's kind of creepy. Alright, so I'm going to take this edge, a little bit of this edge off, and kind of give it a bit of a bevel so that it will fit down on that eye a little bit better. Let's see if that worked. There we go. Perfect. Awesome. Alright, so I've got some burnt sienna color. You know, you could pick any brown color, I think. This is going to have some gold over it, so just doing a bit of a base coat here. Let that dry. Alright, back to the old standard rub and buff. Rub and buff is great for adding some really great detail to your miniatures. If you haven't tried it out, it's just a colored wax basically, and it makes some really cool looking detail on little things. Makes all the details pop really nice. All right, now we gotta bust out the E6000 and get some on the center part here. I don't want so much that it's gonna start squishing out, but I do want enough to make sure that it can glue that part. Turn this until I find its spot. Yeah, there we go. Oh my gosh, that looks so cool. Alright. Get in there. I like it. Okay. I'll add some more rub and buff around the edge. Mad Eye. That is one Mad Eye, I tell you what. Trying to determine where my strap is going to go, because I don't want to put any wax where I'm going to try to glue something, because that's just going to inhibit the glue. So you need to make sure you don't get any on that spot. So we'll let that dry a little bit, and then we can rub it and buff it up. And then we'll put it on our strap. Alright, so right now it's a little kind of dull. It's a little shiny, but not very. It's not going to get super shiny, but we can shine it up a little bit. Soft cloth, light pressure. And you can see just kind of how a little more reflective it gets. A little bit duller, a little more reflective. It's a subtle change, but it does change. Alright. I like it. Alright, I think I'm going to cut this down a little bit more. It's a little wide. Not by too much, but still just a little bit wide. So I'm going to cut this down. Alright, I've got it cut down a little bit, and we are going to glue this bad boy on. And we'll come back. Okay, so it's mostly dry right now. It's still got a little bit to go, but it's like not sticky right now. So let's try it on our doll. Every time I look back at her, it makes me giggle. think I've lost my mind this morning, but oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh my gosh, it's kind of perfect. Oh, I love it. Oh, that's so good. It's looking at you. No matter where you go in the room, it's going to be following you. Alright, so now we tried it on. Alright, rainbow eye dolls have big hair, so it's going to need to be a pretty good size strap. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to determine how big this strap needs to be, or how small, or that sort of thing. Alright, so to mark it, alright, making sure I can overlap it. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Alright. Oh, I made myself cry. Alright, so there's one of my markings. Cut that off. And where's my other one? It's right there. Is that right? Does that seem right? Yeah. Alright, that's the mark. Right there. Okay. And now we can overlap it and glue it. Let that dry. Okay, I think it's dry, and oh my gosh, I love it so much. So I'm just going to slide it over her hair. Oh my gosh, I love it. Oh, it's so cool. Oh my gosh, I dig it. Okay guys, I have a bunch of these eyes. Well, not a bunch, but some. If you are interested in a Mad Eye Moody accessory for your doll, leave a comment down below and let me know. I'm thinking about making up some of these and putting them up for sale. I've got to raise a little bit of funds here pretty soon, and so I think it turned out really cool. So if you want one, let me know below, and if there's enough interest, I'll make some up and I'll put them available to people to buy online. So I love how it turned out. It's so cool. Oh my gosh, it's just so cool. Alright, let's get her put back into the potions classroom. Okay, here is the potion that we made this week, and here in here is our Mad Eye Moody eyeball. Very, very cool. I think it's cool. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button and that subscribe button, and find the link to the Magical Miniature Mondays playlist in the description box below. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye!